Down here. What are you guys doing up there? Alrighty, so today is going to be a little bit of a different video. We're going to be talking about GPU Sag Brackets. GPU Sag Brackets come in a few different ways. And, oh, by the way, I'm positioning this microphone a little differently than usual, just so that I can get a better view of my GPU, which it's still not perfect, so give me a second here. That's perfect. Okay, so there are 4 different ways on how to fix GPU sag. Let's first get into what GPU sag is. It's pretty simple from the name. GPU sag is where the GPU sags because there's too much weight from where it's stabilized, which is going to be the end of the case, to where the other end, where there is no stabilization. This is more of a common day issue due to the fact that we're using beefier graphics cards that need vapor chambers, 3 fans, a back plate, modern day problems. And modern day problems need modern day solutions. But first, why does it matter GPU sag is a problem? Simply put, it will break your graphics card or your motherboard, either of which is not returnable, either to the manufacturer or to the business you bought it from. They will not reimburse damages to their products, unless it's a manufacturing damage, but we're not going to get into that talk. The 2 main things that'll happen generally is the PCIe connector on your graphics card to your motherboard will snap. Most likely, either will bend or snap to the point where it won't function. That's the more common one. The next one, it's not as common, but it does happen often enough, is the PCI connector on the motherboard will rip out of the motherboard. You can imagine why that's no bueno. Not even to going into the part where you could get a short every part, and then you're out anywhere from, well, we're going to say a hefty chunk of anybody's finances. So 4 ways you can fix this. Option A, it's the budget option, so it's not flashy, but it works. These are in all of your computer cases. You pull them out, and most people generally throw them away. I keep mine. And you can use them to fix it. So when you're slotting in your GPU, slot this into the second or third, because generally most graphics cards now either take 2 or 3 slots. Mine takes 2. So I would put it in my second slot, covering up 1 port. I think I can live. I've got 4 other ports to use. And this raises the graphics card just enough that it has a little more support in the back to give it a little more support towards the front. It's a cheaper option, so I don't know how well this works and how long it'll work. I know it will work decently well. I've seen a couple other YouTubers use it. I don't know if they've ever gone into long-term testing of this, and I don't really have the capabilities to do that right now. So, next 3 options. Most graphics cards come, well, not with a GPU sag bracket, but a good portion do now, just because this has become a big enough problem. So, just insert that and you're fine. Second is going to be, and this is these 2 are kind of similar. Your case manufacturer also generally has GPU sag bracket for your cases. They usually send them with your case, or they're already built into your case. For instance, this one has an optional one. You would bolt it into the back of the motherboard, into the case. I don't really know exactly where because I didn't do it. I went with a different option. And it supports GPU. Other ones will just be a little clamp towards the end of the graphics card that just have that just hold it in place level to where it needs to be, and you just tighten that off. Mine's closer to that. However, I bought a third-party manufacturer's GPU bracket. I got Easy DIY Fab graphics card GPU brace. I got their RGB version, which is ARGB, and it's a 5-bolt 3-pin connector. Now, there is also a connector to get that to work with Gigabyte, and I think it's ASRock that uses the other RGB header, but don't quote me on that. I can't really keep all this stuff in my head. I think all manufacturers should just have one RGB header and just not have a problem. But hey, I'm simple. Now, most companies that do this aren't generally going to be bigger brands, but for 20 bucks, I was willing to try the GPU bracket. It's done well so far. Hasn't changed. My GPU still perfectly straight, and the RGB looks killer. Currently, I have it set to rainbow for you guys. So that's going to be your 4 different ways on how to fix GPU sag bracketing. Now, here's my question to you guys. How would you do it? Would you do the budget option? Would you get a third party, or would you just make sure you got a GPU bracket either with your case or with GPU? I'm really curious actually about who would do which, just because not everybody's going to do the same thing. And also, let's just face it, we need all of the options we can get to protecting our computers from breaking. Already we're trying to protect it from software problems. Now we have to protect it from our own cards. I would think at some point somebody would have built a graphics card that just has a GPU sag bracket built in, but hey, that's me. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget, links down below to my merch store. Every little bit helps support this channel, and that way I can keep on making great content for you guys. So if you guys like this video, go watch the video where I built this computer, actually. I had a lot of fun doing it, and a lot of people actually enjoyed the fact, well, a lot of people that I'm friends with enjoyed the fact that I had someone doing the recording for me. So I thank you again for that. Another video to go watch would be the planning video I did for this. That way you guys can see about what is a good way of planning out your build, and also a bit of things you can do to make planning your build a little easier. Not all the time is it going to be easy, and it'll help you along the way. It'll even give you a PC part picker, which is the software I used in that, will even give you the price of your build total. That way you can figure out if you're over or under budget as you're going. And if it doesn't have the price that you're looking at for a specific business that isn't listed on PC Part Picker, you can edit the price. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and have a good day.